want to lead with fear. You want to lead with faith. These are very crucial and very vital. A lot of people don't think about until after they quit their job. So you got tired of it. You hate it. You can't stand it anymore, and you refuse to teach another math problem where kids are going to be running around the classroom laughing and talking to their friends. You refuse to drop another load of fries in the dirty, greasy fryer that you smell like when you get home from leaving your job. You refuse to drive up to another bus stop where some high school kid is screaming at you from the back saying, "Back door, asshole!" Whatever your job may be, you have come to the conclusion that you are no longer going to be doing it anymore, and you don't know what to do before you leave. Well, I'm here to tell you. But don't quit on this video until you watch till the end. Let's get into this video. I can't keep up with your The first thing that you do is don't tell anyone. That's right, nobody needs to know. Keep it on the down low, because the coworker, the very friendly coworker who likes to talk to you, also likes to talk about you and will tell other people that you are leaving and your plans. They're very friendly with you and they're very friendly with other people. Don't tell no friends, don't tell no family. Okay, so the next one is find out what it takes for you to have your pension. If you have to have 10 years in your job to have your pension, it's 9 years and 3 months in, I don't think it's gonna be wise for you to leave, and you might wanna think about prolonging that and make sure that you write out those 10 years. That way, at least you'll have security and you'll have a pension when you turn 65. People don't think about those things, and I know that you can't stand it. You don't wanna do it. You hate walking in, clocking, punching the clock and beeping horns, fighting traffic to get there. I know. But if you have a doable amount of time that it takes for you to get to your pension plan, if it's a 10-year plan, something that you might want to consider if you wanted to really wait it out and wait and stay until you make your 10-year and then leave, or if you can't take it, you have to go. But that is something to consider. I highly recommend you doing that, because that is a big difference from leaving a job with no potential pension to leaving a job that does have a potential pension and you're really close by. So make sure you take that into consideration. So I hope you stock up on your Folgers or whatever your coffee is. Those Starbucks gift certificates that you got are going to come in handy, because you are going to need your coffee, because you are going to now spend late nights and early mornings doing your due diligence before you quit. That's right. For the 9-to-5ers who are trying to get another job, you're going to be updating your resume. You are going to be looking for jobs. You are going to be sending out your resume. You are going to be seeing the schedule of what meetings you have at work that you don't want to miss, so that you can go on that interview. This is actually a time to work on not working, if that makes sense. So you're going to be doing a lot of work while you're planning to quit. For those of you who want to be bosses, this is the time that you're going to be building up your business. You're going to be testing out the water. You're going to be working on your weekends. You're going to be getting up early and going to bed late. If you're trying to get into real estate, you better be working on closing some deals after you get off of work. If you're going into something else, if you're going to be a pastry chef or something in the cooking area, you better be working on baking a cake or testing out your new cake skills after you get off, because you are going to be working on that brand. You have to figure out if you like it. You have to figure out if it's something that you want to do, because there's nothing worse than leaving a job to go to do something that you don't want to do, and then going back to the job or trying to go back to the job after you figure out you didn't plan properly. So you definitely want to utilize this time to go ahead and build your brand. Do your research, find out what your overhead is going to be, find out if you can afford to even leave your job, and make sure that what you're going to be doing next will cover your expenses, because you don't want to get in the hole. What you're also going to do is you're going to plan out month by month what it takes to get there. You're going to create a plan. If you are planning on leaving in 3 months' time, then you are going to plan out month 1, what that will look like, month 2, and month 3. 3. You want to start with the month 3 because month 3 is where you have everything figured out. You have the job. You're going to be setting up the start date. You're going to be communicating in month 3. You're going to be doing this, that, and the other. The first month, you are going to be looking for the jobs, have your weeks planned out so that you can meet your goal for that example of 3 months, if that's what you want to do. I say, if you're gonna leave, try to do at least 6 months to a year. Plan it out so you have enough time to try out things, figure out, and not make a rush decision. You wanna make sure that you're making the right decision. You wanna make an honest decision. You wanna make sure that it's right for you. Because if you don't, they say, if you fail to plan, plan to fail. So we don't want that being you, because I like you. Another thing that you're gonna wanna do is make sure that you write out that resignation letter and you set a day when you're going to give it to them. If you wanna be nice, I'd say 3 weeks to a month is enough time to try to get somebody else in there and take your place. But standard in the United States, I guess, is about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before you decide to make sure that you write your resignation letter. And if you want to be on good terms, if things don't work out, hopefully they will for you, but if things don't work out, you're going to go back to that, and you want to go back to that job and you see grass is not so much greener on the other side. At least you want to be in good standing, just in case. Another thing you want to do is come up with a decision that you are trying to leave. You set a targeted date and work toward that targeted date goal. Make sure you set the date that you can stick to. Don't say you're going to leave in 2 weeks if you know that you can't afford it and your bank account has less than 70 bucks in it. Chances are that's not going to work for you. So make sure that you set a concrete date to leave. Next up, be prepared to be challenged with a counter offer. You might be a really good person. You might love your job, but they not know how much you don't want to be there. So if your boss comes back and tries to give you a counter offer, no matter what it is, it could be a kidney, your daughter's hand in marriage, it could be themselves. Make sure that you know what you're going to say and be prepared. But statistics have shown that most people leave even if they do accept a counter offer. So this is something that you want to consider before you go ahead and put that resignation letter in. That you might just be asked to come back because you're so wonderful. They can't live without you. I also want to let you know that I am a certified life coach, and you guys are free to email me about how I can offer you some coaching sessions or send advice through emails. You can come to me with your questions, your concerns, and I'll be happy to answer them in a video format. But I have multiple options that you guys can choose from, and so make sure that you guys check out my description link. Something else that you want to do is book a coaching and consultation session to help you navigate life's path. Yes, I know that I said don't mention it to anybody and keep it to yourself, but a non-biased opinion of someone that you're paying to give you advice is okay. Another thing that you want to do is make sure that you are putting away that money, okay? The extra time that you spend going out to restaurants, partying with friends at the bar, leaving big tips, are done and over with if this is a serious plan that you want to stick with. So make sure that you are saving your money. I say at least 6 months in reserve of money that's saved before you leave. You want that cushion. You want that fallback money, that emergency money. It is important. It might be all fun and games now, but when the rent is due and you're looking between your bed and outside of your front door where the fire marshal's coming in telling you to get out, it's not a good idea. So you want to make sure you have some money in reserve just in case. With that being said, before you quit your job, make sure you are doing these things. But don't get that attitude with that boss or just start talking reckless or cursing your boss out and not have a plan, because that is setting yourself up for failure, and we don't want to do that. Make sure you keep your words in your mind, when everything will be just fine. I also recommend, as a bonus tip, to make sure that you listen to some manifestation, some confidence building, so that you will be comfortable doing what you do. Make sure that you are speaking into existence. You don't want to lead with fear. You want to lead with faith, and that's going to help you through and guide you through this. Nothing in life more fulfilling than doing something that you want to do. Being somewhere where you don't makes your life unhappy and miserable, and that's not what life is about. I encourage you and commend you for taking the time out to think about your life and taking that leap of faith and venturing out even though you don't know what's going to be the outcome. That's what a lot of entrepreneurs do. That's what it takes to be an entrepreneur. You have the guts, you have the chutzpah. So I just want to make sure that you do things the right way. If you find this video helpful, make sure you smash that like button for me, share to a friend who you may know that might be interested in leaving their job. And this might take the stress and anxiety off of them, letting them know what you can do.